Hello everyone, welcome back. So from this lecture, we will learn about what are forms in React. So this is go to the next slide, and you will see the definitions here. What First question: what are forms in the React? A form in React is used to collect user input such as text, email, password, phone number, command, etc. Whatever you type in the input field, okay, will be sent to the server, saving the data. So here React forms work differently from the traditional HTML forms because React uses here usually managed from data using the states. So here the proper definition for it. A React form is a collection of input elements whose values are controlled and managed by React state along dynamic validations. Okay, you can also validate your form before submitting to the server. You can handle that and submission of user data to the server, and then you have to save in the uh, database. And the next question: why use form in the React? Okay, it is very mandatory. Okay, why use form in the React here? Because I want collect user informations here, create login in the registration page, here submit data to APIs, then perform validations. Here view search bar and contact forms. So, we have the basic example like how it's work. We will create the state, connect input with the state, and then update the state in the handle form submissions. So I'm going to start with the basic example. Okay, so this is not here. Let me go to the back, and then first, I'm going to focus on these things. Basic form example like how it's work. We will create the state, then connect with the input. Okay, with the state, then update the state if you want, and then handle the form submission. Okay, this 4 point I'm going to cover all that. So let's open the VS Code and then understand all these things. So now you are here, and then create inside this as here. Maybe you can create inside component turning file. That is a form.jsx. Got it, and then form.jsx import inside app.jsx. So I'm going to use here. Okay, I think all that it is a previous code. If you want, you have to comment all that. I mean, just copy it first, then comment all that, and then here paste it, and then you have to remove this component. Okay, so here you have to remove, and I think here you can write about form. Got it. This is, and here start. You have to write. You have to remove this. You write. Start form, and then you have to comment. Similarly, this is int form. Okay, now it is better to understand here. Okay, with the comment. So this is UCL or tutorial for the form. Okay, so the thing I'm going to import this files form.jsx. Inside it, here it is very simple to import this one here. Let's import your here import form from // you have to go inside the component folder, then inside the form. Got it? And then inside here you have to render that form. So here you can remove spaces, this form, I mean this one. So inside here, let here create the quote, here use client, and then inside it here import useState. You know already about useState in the React, and then export default functions, and that is contact form. Okay, then inside it here it is the const, and then name, then set name, it is equal to use, it is used at, and this is just empty string. Okay, then const and submit, it is equal to, okay, this is event, correct, and then inside here you have to e dot prevent default, okay, prevent page refresh, and then alert inside it, inside backtick, we know already about it in the Java script, and then you have to get the name. So this is your and form submission, and then here you have to return inside it here your form tag, you know, in about this in the HTML, this form tag inside it here your event, you already know about this event on submit event, on some, you know about on submit, it is a hello submit, and submit, then inside here that is your input, it is self closing, you know about it already, you have to always close your input, and then here type, that is text. Now you can check the form, this is the form, let me press and you see it, this is the form now visible here, but you see type text, and then inside it here the placeholder, and then inside it here we need a placeholder. So for the placeholder you have to here write, okay, I mean you see in this text input field it is nothing, okay, it is nothing, but I am going to use write some text, that is a placeholder, and you see here placeholder, and that is a here enter name. Now you have text, you see here, this is inter name guys, because of this inter name placeholders, and then here it is a values, that is a name, okay, and then on change it is equal to arrow functions, you got the event here event, and then set name, and inside e dot target dot values, you got it, and then here at the bottom of here the button, that is type submit button, this is the buttons, and then inside it here submit, and then you will write type is equal to submit. Okay, so this one from your document, and then check it here, this is your intername, and then this is your submit form. Okay, so okay, just now I want to explain the things, what how it's work. Okay, you already know in the PPT, and let me check it the code, this is form.js, and then you will see first, okay, this meaning of this line of, okay, here this is a create state, okay, this is your first state here, first create state, okay, you store the input values in this state name, current state, you know, whatever you type, okay, something on changes, whatever you type, you will get values stored in this here, this current state, that is the name, whatever you type you got it here, e dot or e dot value, okay, some, or even you can check it here. How you can check it here on the top, I think here you check the name, let me just see, check it how it's work, and you see this is here, okay, okay, I can change it here, I mean if we use know about br type, then it will be go to the new line, okay, now you see, okay, so you see suppose this is RE, so what happened, the state, this is here, I mean here you have to focus on this form, you see whatever you type, okay, this set name function is used to update your current value, is just empty string by default, that is fine, but you use something type, okay, when you type start something in the input field, you know this is input field, means this is here. Here in this input field. Okay, here in this input fields, user try to add something, then we will store that value in this state here. This is the name and the value in the input field. Okay, then connect input with state. Got it here. Here connect input with state. Okay, user whatever type something, then here we will connect with input. This is your input. Okay, tag here this code. I mean this line of code. Here you can write command connect input with state. Connect input with state. Got it? Got it? Okay. So you will see the display current state value inside the input because of this line of code. I mean here whatever you see here. This is your input field and this is the name. It is visible here in this input field because of this line of code. And then on change here. Let me here. It is updating on state. It says here write that state. Got it. And you say on change set name indicating that value. Here update state whenever user type. Okay. So you know this is my state. Okay. And whenever user update something, then we will connect input with the states. Okay. I mean whatever you have the state, you have to put in this input field and you have to see. Okay, here suppose I am write something like Alice, then you see. Okay, in the states. Okay, in the input field because of the state Alice. That is your name. This one, this name. Okay, so then here enter the form submission. Here, whenever you submit, you see this is the form tag. Make sure that to be the form tag here, and inside it we have the type button submit. This is type submit, and then here whenever you click on submit button, then you have to execute this function and submit. I mean this is here. Once I submit it at prevent default, it will be prevent the browser default by here, and then you will see here your name, whatever you type something. Have the input. Let me try something, and you see hello Alice. Okay, this is here. This is your alert. But you write something, you see this one Alice. Hello Alice. This name. Okay, you see here hello Alice because of this. Okay, to close. Okay, here hello plus name. Okay, you know name. Whatever you type something, we will put in the state name, and then you have this name. Hello Alice. Let me update. Okay, something. I am going to write here. Okay, Aryan, and then submit, and you see hello Aryan. Got it. So this is all about your basic form of React, how it works. Okay. Okay. So this is your basic about the forms. In the next lecture, we will see the more examples here. Okay. In this lecture, you have to understand all this, like all this. Okay. How to create a state, connect input with the state, update a state, and the form submissions. So in the next lecture, you will see all that here. I mean, this is what we have here. Multiple input examples here. Then control component. A control component is the input whose value is controlled by the React state. Okay, you will understand. And then single source upload. Then we will also validate the form before submitting, and then better control over user input. Got it? So I will see you in the next one. Now here I am going to explain about multiple input. Okay. Then we will see the control component. Okay. So let's go to the VS Code and then code for it. So here in the form, here what you can do. Okay, I'm going to again copy paste all that code. Just here, copy that. Okay, guys. Copy this. Then comment. Now this is your about multiple input example. Multiple inputs examples, and then you see. Okay, it is very simple. So here you have to create now two states and then handle submit form functions. Let me remove all that, and then here const here form data, then set form data is equal to, this is useState, and then inside that is the name, then email, sorry. Okay, I think need your handle submit function, so copy this. Now paste it here. Okay, let me remove that, and then here we will now just console.log in the browser, console.logs, and then your form data. Form data means this form data, and what we have in the object name and emails fields. Okay, and then now I'm going to create the field. Okay, instead of this one, I'm going to here create a function that is a handle change, and then here we need the name. So our is form data name, form data emails. So this is it is very simple. Form data dot name. Then similarly, next about email. Copy paste in of this name. Okay, let me remove that, and then here form dot email means this is form dot email. You have to by default is empty string, but user type something you will see, and then enter email, got it, and then you have to define this function handle change function. Okay, for updating state here, and the change function and the change function. Okay, so you have to easily update with constant and the change functions, and then inside here you got the event here, and then here you have to update your state form data. Then inside here site you need to state this is form data, and then e dot target dot name, and that is your e dot target dot value. Whatever you type something, then you have to put it. Okay, e target dot name means what? This is here form data name. Okay, we need something that is name here. Name, it is equal to name, and then here name is equal to email. Got it? And then you have to just check in the browser. Let me, this is copy this and then open in the browser. Okay, I think here we have the browser. I don't know, zoom in, zoom out. Then what we have here, create console to the chat. Okay, maybe not here. Okay, we have to open the browser, copy this, and then here you have to put not handle change. We need this link. Okay, so you have to paste, and then here in the browser you can see this is console, and then you have to put something like name and email. So here this is name and email, and try to submit. You see here your name and emails. Here we have like, okay, here we are handling the multiple input values. This is name, first one name, then second it is email. Okay, name or email. Here you see these two, got it, and then here let me, okay, after that we have the control component. Okay, it is very simple. A control component is the input whose value is controlled by the React states. Okay, React state, I mean here. Okay, that is a control component is the input whose value is controlled by the React state, that is values and on-chain. Whenever you see that is the value, okay, and unchanged in the input field, it means this is a control component. Okay, this is the logic to easily identify the control component, that is a value attribute, and then this on-change attribute. If we have that, then it means it is a controlled component. Got it? And what is the benefit of this control component? A single source of truth, easy validations, better control over user input. Okay, this is a control component, so that you can easily perform the validation. If you use kind of uncontrolled component, okay, then it is a very tough to validations here. Now here we are moving to the another example like text area, then select drop downs example. It is a very simple. Okay, even you see this text area example, then select drop down example, checkbox examples, radio buttons example, simple form validations. Okay, so let's do this. So I think inside it here you can form your another things here, your text area example. In this example, let me copy this. And then next, okay, also you have to comment this one. I am going to comment, then go to the new line, no need of these things, no need of all this, and this is the text area example. So send inside it. Here write the const and then message. Okay, then set. Here write message is equal to use statement, it is distance. Okay, now we have to remove and now here you have to remove and then text area tag. You know about this in HTML, it is self-closing, and then site here status the values is equal to message. Okay, and then on change it is equal to here we have to make it as functions, and then we got event and then set message. Okay, inside it e dot target dot values. Okay, and then placeholder and let's write message. Okay. Now you can see, and now you can see that your message. Okay, so this is your text area. You see here how it looks. Here you can write anything. Welcome, or here text area example. Got it. So this is your text area examples. Now we have to the other next example that now we have to go to the next example. Let us select drop down. I think inside here you have to use React fragment because inside I'm going to use another one. That is your select drop downs examples. That is the const and then country. You can set country it is equal to the state and this is state. Okay, then go to the new line and then inside it here select component and inside it you need to pass the options. You know about all these tags in the HTML. This one. Okay. Here write a select or country. Select country. Okay, you have to copy paste again and again, and then you can update with India, then USA, then UK. Here this is UK. This is fine, but okay, let me check how it looks. Yes, select drop down India, US, then UK. Let me comment this message. Says now because no need of this one, we need only this. Okay, now here you have to use. Okay, you have to control your select component. Okay, project component. Here values is equal to country. You know this country means this country here. This one. For it you have to put and then functions. It is equal to vector of functions. Says here event and then set country inside e dot target dot values. Got it. Mhm. Then what we have options? Then this one, not like this. USA, then UK. Okay. So this is the values, which is okay for selected. Okay, here you see that it is just a select country. Okay, this is kind of option, so you have no need to put any values for it. It is just empty listing, but you have here this is India. Then you have to put its values. Here you USA, you have to put the values. Okay, so that is the values. Here make sure it inside is India. Next value is equal to this is the USA, and then for next UK. So this is the UK. Yeah. Even you can even check it to your selected value, whatever you selected values. Yes, I am going to here. You can check it that selected category. Okay, you say by default is registered petition, but whenever you select something like USA, you see here. This is USA. UK, you see this is USA. India, this is India. Okay, this is UK, you see UK. I mean, you selected value this one here. I am talking about the values. This is the values. So if you select UK, okay, this UK, then in the country we have the UK. In this country we will update this value. This UK, this USA, this India values, not this option that India or USA or UK. Okay, so this is about your drop downs. Now let's go to the next one about checkbox examples. Okay, so it is a first checkbox. So we have the label tags in the HTML. This is the label. You make sure that we have the label there. Here input, self closing, and inside. Okay, inside. Type check box. Then we will write here checked is equal to accepted on change. Okay, on change it is equal to write the event and then write here set accepted here read out target dot values. This is the thing. Okay, also we need to get this state variable here. Okay, in the label. Okay, make sure that this is what you see. In this is label tag inside it. We have input and inside here accept terms and just conditions here. And this is a you have to create this instance. Okay, so on the top it is what it is the fonts and then accepted and then set accepted. Okay, it is equivalent to used and this is a false. And you see here you can accept term. Okay, what you got is the values. You got your values as a true and false. Here, even you can take it here. This is here. I am here and then accepted and then okay, see. Okay, you got on and off. Okay, it is just checking the value, not I'm toggling the. Okay, so this is on. Okay, now we have to another example for here we have a next. This is about checkbox and then radio button examples. Here for the radio button you can use the same logics. And this is copy, then go to the new one and then let me remove this and then here in place of radio, here in place of radio that is checkbox. I mean type it is a radio here. For the radio it is type radios and then here create the states variable for it. Let me comment all that. Okay, This is a radio button example. So let's find here constant gender set gender is equal to useState and it is just a repeated strings. Okay. Const gender set gender useState, and then here you have to go. Okay, here you have to put the values and then on change. Let me remove all this, and then here you have to write the values. It is equal to male, and then checked. Okay, checked it is equal to gender. It is equal to male. Okay, if it is true, then you will see the checked on change. Got it event, and then here set gender, and then inside it e dot target dot value, and then this is the male. Okay, this is what male. Check it here what and you see it, this is male. Okay, so this is your radio button, how it's look. I mean it is in the circles. Okay, so this is radio, and then this is your checkbox, and the next simple we have the form validations. Okay, so let here inside it also I'm going to, okay, not inside it, just I'm going to here create a separated form for it for the validations. Okay, we can use this form. So from here to here. Okay, this. Okay, so from here to here. Let me remove, and then okay, I'm going to just validate the email. Type submit. You know already about this type of code. Okay, just let me remove, and then this is only the email, and then here directly here you can define the functions, arrow functions. So this is here what event, and then set. Okay, not set timeout, it is set emails. So set email, and then e dot target dot values. You type button submit, and then you can write the login text. It is totally dependent on you. You can write anything. Just but the thing here in the form you must have this type submit button, and then on submit event, let us say you have submit. Here this is the function's name. You can write anything, but must be here on submit, then type submit. Okay, in the buttons inside a form component, inside a form type, and this is type text. Okay, here type email. This is here. Copy it, paste it, and then no need of name, and then here create the state for it. That is the const, and then it is email, then set email is equal to useState, and then here we have that. Okay, then inside here your handle submit function, if you define that, and then you have to validate. Okay, so what you have to validate here, sometimes user here not fill the form and try to log in. So in that case here user must first enter the email, then try to log in. So this is a simple validations. Here check it if user don't have the email and try to log in, you got the error. Okay, just write email is required, and then you have to return, then write the alert, and inside that form it is submitted. Okay, so this is the logic. So you see try to login, you got email is required. Okay, so this is a validation. Here if user do not put the email Okay, like see it is empty, and try to log in, you got email is required. But if you just put the email here, you see this email, then you try to log in, you got form submitted. So this is a validation. Okay, before sending you direct to the server, you must validate your form in the client as well as on the servers. Okay, so this is the rule. So here if you try to, you see just nothing, and try to log in, you got your email is required. But if you have the email in the input field, you see here we have the email now, so and try to log in, so you see here your form submitted. Good. So this is all about your examples. So this is your all about the examples, like text example. So let's drop down example, checkbox example, review button example, then simple form validations. Okay, then thank you. I will see you in the next lectures.